Hi, today our topic is MOSFET internal capacitance effect and high frequency model of the MOSFET. So we know that MOSFET can be used as a switch and it can be act as a amplifier also. If you want to use as a switch or if you want to use as an amplifier, it has to be biased properly. When you do use as an amplifier, then it has to be biased properly and it has to be operated in saturation mode. When it is acted in saturation mode, then it can amplify any natural signal. So when you are giving some input signal to the amplifier, your output is amplified form of the input signal. But output of the amplifier, that means V naught, is varied with respect to input frequency of the amplifier. Input frequency of the amplifier. See the frequency response of the amplifier circuit by using this waveform. So this waveform shows output voltage V naught with respect to frequency. If you see that from the origin point, the frequency increases. So similarly, your output also vary with respect to the frequency changes. Okay. This change of frequency, change of output voltage with respect to frequency is due to the internal capacitor of the MOSFET. We'll see here how the internal capacitors are formed. What is the capacitance value due to the different mode of operation of the MOSFET. See the physical structure here. Here we know that MOSFET has three terminal devices: source, gate, drain. It is vary from the BJT by control terminal. This control terminal here is gate. The gate is isolated from the one of the layer, that means P substrate, by SiO2, silicon dioxide. This will create the capacitor. So that means gate is isolated from substrate by dielectric. Dielectric medium is SiO2. So this is the physical structure. In the physical structure, there is no channel. So without channel itself, one capacitor are formed. This is internal capacitor. That capacitor, we can say that capacitor between gate to substrate, or you can say gate to substrate, or you can say gate to body. So this. Next, when are you applying the biasing? The channel is formed between source to drain. That means channel is based on the electron and channel between the source to drain. Here, now this electron is common between source to drain. So now we can say that gate is isolated from the source. That means electron, we can represent like that. So now two capacitor is formed. One is gate to source capacitor, one more is gate to drain capacitor, because drain also has electron, source also has electron, now channel also. Now electron, the directed between gate to, that means when you are applying here, you will apply positive. So dielectric between two different charges. So this different charge has negative charges there in the source, the negative charge in the drain. So I can say that after biasing, I have two capacitor. One is gate to source capacitor. Another one is gate to drain capacitor. Another two capacitor. Before biasing, that means cutoff mode. I have one capacitor, that means capacitor between gate to body. After biasing, I have another two capacitor due to the separation of gate and channel. The channel is formed by the source. So even the drain also has the same electron. So I can say that now two capacitors are formed. One is gate to source capacitor, and the other is gate to drain capacitor. There are three capacitors due to the gate isolation from the body, from source, from drain. Okay. Next, we are going to see the capacitance value of this gate to body, capacitance value of gate to source, capacitance value of gate to drain. So the capacitance value of those capacitor is varying with respect to different mode of operation. Mode being cutoff mode, saturation mode, and linear mode. If I say the device is operated in the MOSFET is operated in the cutoff mode. Cutoff mode. If it is in the cutoff mode, so which capacitor is forming? Cutoff mode, there is no channel. There is no channel. This is the example for cutoff mode. In this cutoff mode, the capacitance value of capacitance value, gate to body capacitance value is width of the gate, length of the gate, and oxide capacitance. Width of the gate, we can say length of the channel, total length of the channel, we can say total length of the channel into oxide in this outside the capacitance value of the oxide, COX. Okay, so you can see that below structure. See here, length of the channel, possibility length of the channel, and width of the uh, gate. You can say the gate will be like that. See here, width of the gate and SiO2 of capacitance value of the oxide, SiO2. Okay, so one capacitor is formed. The total capacitance appeared between gate to body. Okay, this is in the cutoff mode. What about gate to source and gate to drain must be equal to 0 in the cutoff mode of operation. So capacitance value based on the width of the gate, length of the gate, and oxide capacitance value. Okay. Next, if it is in saturation mode, before that we will see in the linear mode. Before that, linear mode or triode mode. The linear mode and triode mode, what will happen? We can say that linear mode and triode mode, the channel depth will be same. Channel depth. We consider channel depth. In linear mode, channel will be uniform depth. So it's formed by the electron. Okay, formed by the electron. So at the time, the capacitance between gate to source, capacitance between gate to source will be equal to capacitance between gate to drain. The value of that should be, sum of the value will be total capacitance. Total capacitance is happening when the device is off. So what is the total capacitance? Width, length into oxide capacitance value. So both are equal, means these two will create the total capacitance. Means both is equal to 1 by 2 by width of the gate, length of the gate, and oxide capacitance. So this is in the linear mode, because in the linear mode, channel depth is uniform. Depth of channel is uniform. One more capacitance, because capacitance between the gate to channel. Next, when it is in the saturation mode. Saturation mode, what is happening here? Saturation is this exactly. Pinch off is acquired here. So now almost drain is isolated from pinch off. small bottom delay. So capacitance are more in the gate to source. In that capacitance is happening between gate to, so that should be 2 by 3R with length and the outside capacitance. Okay. Apart from that, another natural capacitors without biasing itself, two more capacitor is happening. That is called overlapping capacitor. You can see that naturally, due to the physical structure, design of the MOSFET, small amount of SiO2 is overlapped between gate to drain, gate to source. So this capacitor is called as overlapping capacitor. Capacitor due to the overlap. It is before biasing itself. So this value will be calculated as a width of the gate and how much length it is overlapped into oxide value. So these are the capacitors are there due to the design as well as biasing of the MOSFET. So gate to body, gate to source, gate to body, one, next gate to source, next third gate to drain. Apart from that, one more is overlap capacitor. So these capacitance value also these are analyzed. Now see here, gate capacitance effect. What is the capacitance value? That and all this we were discussed. This already we were discussed. Okay, next, due to the gate isolation, before biasing, after biasing, what are the capacitors are there and what is the capacitance value we were discussed. Now, another case of the capacitor is formed due to the junction of the MOSFET. Due to the junction of the MOSFET. See here, junction capacitance. So another due to the junction, some of the capacitor are formed. What is the capacitance value that we are going to see? So see here on the structure. So source layer, source layer, source layer, drain layer, and body of the layer, that means substrate, P substrate, N, P, N transistor. Here, due to the this one, due to dissimilar interconnection of two layer, diffusion is happening here. That diffusion is due to that depletion layer is formed. Some of the holes will move towards to the source layer. Some of the electrons move towards to substrate layer. Due to that, depletion region is formed. Under reverse biased condition, the depletion region width will be increases. So this is called as one type of capacitor. This is normal diffusion, and reverse bias, the depletion region width will increases. So due to this effect, another two capacitor are formed based on the junction. That junction capacitor is called as junction capacitor. One is capacitor between gate to capacitor between source to body. Another one is capacitor between gate to body. That means these two capacitor. This capacitor between gate to drain to body. This is capacitor between drain to body. This is capacitor between source to body. What is the capacitance value of this capacitor? See here, capacitance value of this capacitor is analyzed by this way. So capacitor between source to body equal to capacitance of capacitor value of source to body at zero biasing, without any biasing. What is the capacitance value divided by divided by root of 1 plus VSB. What is the magnitude of the reverse bias? If you apply the reverse bias voltage, the width will increases. So with the reverse bias, the depletion region width will increase. So what is the magnitude of the reverse bias voltage divided by built-in voltage, we can represent it with natural built-in default voltage is V naught. How much built-in voltage across source to body? That means this built-in voltage usually 0.6 to 0.8 volt. Okay, so this is the capacitance value of the uh, junction capacitor between source to body. Next, one more capacitor is there due to the capacitor between drain to body. This capacitance value, how it will be calculated? That means at zero biasing, what is the capacitance value between source to drain to body at zero biasing divided by root of 1 plus what is the reverse magnitude of the reverse bias voltage between drain to body? What is the magnitude were applied? Due to that magnitude of the reverse bias voltage, we can increase the width of the replacement region between drain to body divided by built-in voltage B naught. So these are the capacitance value due to that capacitor forming. Your outputs keeps varying. Output of the amplifier keeps on varying the output of the amplifier. So now we can know that there are two major capacitor category. One is due to the gate isolation between substrate, source and drain. Another is due to the junction. Those capacitance value, it is vary with respect to due to the gate side, if because of the gate, based on the different region of operation, it is vary. In junction, under reverse bias condition, it keeps on vary. Now we are going to see finally high frequency model of the MOSFET. We are going to see the high frequency model of the MOSFET. So these are the 5 capacitor generally. If you say that these are the 5 capacitor due to the gate 3 capacitor, due to the junction 2 capacitor, totally 5 capacitor. These are the 5 capacitor. Capacitance value are very small. Capacitor values are very small. So if it is very small, so under high frequency, it can act. When the input signal is high, these are the 5 capacitor is get into the picture. What are the one high frequency? These are the capacitor get into the picture because these are the capacitor values are very small. Capacitance value, capacitance is very small. So under high frequency, these are the 5 capacitor get into the picture. One capacitor between gate to body and capacitor between gate to source, and one more is capacitor between gate to drain. And this is due to the junction isolation, due to the gate isolation. Gate isolation. One more junction capacitance between source to body, another is capacitance between drain to body. Okay. Now we are going to draw the high frequency model. So these are the capacitance values are very small. So under high frequency, this act into the picture. That means we are going to consider these are the capacitor when you are going to apply input as when you are applying input as high, then MOSFET amplifier simplified into this equivalent model. Input is high because those when the input frequency is high, so those are the capacitor come into the picture. It is start reactor. At a lower frequency, these are the capacitor will act as a open circuit. When input is low, all capacitor act as open. All internal capacitor act as open. When it is high, the capacitance value will appear that we are going to represent in the high frequency model. You can see the physical structure. Before biasing, the body of the substrate and source will be interconnected. these two are not different terminal, would be both are shorted, so it should be considered as one. After that only we will use in the amplified circuit. So due to the short between gate to short between source to body, now source and body both are same. Body source equal to body, because both are shorted. So due to this, the number of capacitors are reduced. Totally 5 were there, now it is reduced into 3. So that is one capacitance between gate to body, it is equal, gate to body equal to gate to source. Okay, next capacitance between gate to drain. So this 2 become 1, gate to drain, this is 2. Next is next junction capacitance between drain to body only, or you can say capacitance between drain to source, because body and source are shorted. So based on that, we are going to run the high frequency model. This is the high frequency gate. You can say that it's a gate terminal, it's a common source configuration, source terminal, drain terminal. There are 3 capacitors under high frequency. One is gate to body or gate to source capacitor, gate to body, or you can say because source is equal to body, substrate. Next capacitor between gate to drain. In gate to drain, one more. Next capacitor between drain to body, or you can say drain to source. So there are 3 capacitors. Apart from that, the internal structure, drain to source, drain to source current will flow. Next internal resistance, output resistance is R0, Gm into Vj. This is a high frequency model, that is this circuit. This is a high frequency model of the MOSFET. Thank you.